Russia and China just announced that they're doing like a
collab.
They're collabing. Yeah.
Who's featuring on whose?
Yeah.
Who's featuring
I've been
on
waiting
whose
for.
track?
I think it's China's track, and then Russia's hopping
Featuring on it.
Yeah.
Is Pitbull on it too?
We don't know, but we know that Snoop Dogg has definitely been signed.
Me doing war crimes? Picture that with a Kodak.
So, the International Criminal Court, ICC, issues an arrest warrant for Vladimir Putin
Whoa.
over war crimes in Ukraine. This is
You go to jail, Putin.
This is kind of significant, which is why the Russian government spokesperson says the arrest warrant has no significance whatsoever.
What is the ICC? I've never heard of
You
that.
never heard of the ICC? This guy's never heard of the ICC.
Take it away, Nick.
Insane clown crew.
So close.
that's what it was.
You're like one word off.
The International Crime Corporation, right?
Corporation, yeah.
International Criminal Court.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Oh, it's legit?
So he's basically getting a summons. He's being served.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then like this, who runs it though? Is it real? Like, is it like the UN?
It's a body. It's a
Because
government.
I feel like UN, everyone laughs at them. They're just like,
international law.
It is. No, this is what the government. This is what the Russian government's doing, right? They're treating it like exactly like a UN decree, like being like, yeah.
they're like UN.
What's their prosecution rate? Like, what's the success of people that they've summoned?
This is the first one.
That's a really
First
good
case.
question.
They're going with a heavy case.
They were foreign.
O for O. Yeah.
So Moscow does not recognize the court's jurisdiction.
You could just not recognize.
Does not extradite its nationals. It's definitely like a media play, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean we agree with Russia. Fuck you. It's just what is. They don't recognize them, so it's not like getting a subpoena from like your government.
Yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, this has happened before. Like there have been United States, military members who got subpoenaed for things like from International Criminal Court. That it's like, what are you gonna do? And the Bush administration's like, bloop, bloop, you know what I mean? So
I know what you mean.
you know what I mean? An official decree. Was like,
So they're not really like that good at prosecuting people, or
yeah, I mean
They just suck.
they don't have a very good success rate with this stuff, right?
They're just a tattletale court.
The warrant means that Putin could be arrested and sent to The Hague, right, like the Nazis, if he travels to any ICC member states. So
Which are
when
none.
would that happen?
Switzerland?
I don't think Switzerland does any. I think Switzerland's one of those countries where like drug dealers, anybody, chocolate dealers come through.
Switzerland is like your friend, like you get a divorce with your wife, and your friend's like, I want to be friends with you both, and you're like, yeah, Switzerland.
Yeah, ICC.
Even if a country was on that list of countries that could arrest him, who wants to do that?
That's so scary.
Who wants to be the one under the hammer? Like, that's
With Russian billionaire oligarchs on your ass?
like who is really volunteering to be like, I'll be the country that arrests Putin?
Well, but then
It's in
there's
Vietnam. Yeah, we'll do it.
but then there's the contingent of people, right, who are like, oh, the Russians can't wait to get Putin out. So maybe you're convinced enough that like there's a groundswell of support from Russia where if he was gone, maybe they wouldn't care. Like Saddam, when fucking Saddam went down, was there a bunch of Iraqis who were like, fuck you took my president.
Well, that's because we successfully destabilized them.
Hey, nice, USA.
That part.
Hey, can I get a little USA? USA. Thank you guys. Thank you.
ICC.
So obviously, senior Ukrainian officials applauded the ICC decision, with the country's prosecutor general saying it was a historic moment for Ukraine and the entire international law system. And basically, he is being, like I said, war crimes in Ukraine. They're basically saying that enough things happen, there's reasonable grounds to believe that Putin and this group called Belova,
Great band.
which sounds like a memory enhancement drug, but it's not. They're responsible for.
Sounds like a perfume, maybe.
They're responsible for the war crime of unlawful deportation and prejudice of Ukrainian children. So basically, Ukrainian
Sounds like
children
war crimes.
are being taken from Ukraine, right, and captured by the Russian military. And so this is being used.
No, they're kidnapping Ukrainian kids.
That's
Absolutely.
messed up.
I thought that was like kid farmers, like taking for
Kid farmer? Is that a game?
No, I made up the word, but it's basically guys that want to farm kids, harvest kids, so they steal all the kids for their dirty doings.
It's more like Stardew Valley.
Okay. That
What do you mean for their
Yeah.
dirty doings? Like if they
Sell them for labor, for brothels, whatever they want.
Shit. That was a dark show.
Show.
That's why I said kid farmers, because then it sounds chiller.
And now you said kid
sounds-
brothels? Jesus.
No, thanks for saying kid farmers. That was way chiller.
When he said that, I imagine it being like way more lighthearted though.
Yeah, I was like, that is so. I was like, that's kind of fun.
Like
yeah,
They're on tractors, like, hey, howdy.
they're like fake tractors, little like bicycle ones.
they get to play with an iPad like two hours a day.
Like that TV show where the kids do tasks. I felt like
Yeah, they're just being cute.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they're being cute little kids. You
That was
know.
actually great syntax. So, news of the arrest warrant comes ahead of a planned state visit to Moscow next week by Chinese President Xi Jinping.
Oh,
so this is big.
We need a pew.
China.
Yeah, big news at the same time, right? Russia and China just announced that they're doing like a
collab?
alliance.
They're doing a collab?
They're collabing. Yeah.
Who's featuring on whose?
Yeah.
Who's featuring
I've been
on
waiting
whose
for
track?
this.
Whose track is this?
I think it's China's track and then Russia's hop.
Featuring on it. Yeah.
Like, we'll help you. I'm gonna fuck with you. You know, that's what they're talking
is
about.
Pitbull on it too?
We don't know, but we know that Snoop Dogg has definitely been signed. Snoop Dogg will be doing the bridge.
D-O-double-G. Come on.
Me doing war crimes? Picture that with a Kodak. It starts out like that.
Stupid.
So part of the dark part of this is like the investigation that has been launched, right? They also found crimes committed against Ukrainians on Russian territory, including deported Ukrainian children who were prevented from reuniting with their families. There's what they call a filtration system aimed at singling out Ukrainians for detention and torture in inhumane detention conditions.
See, that's gnarly.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's real life stuff.
Yeah, that's really sad, dude. So you guys want to talk about kid farmers again? Like what other jobs they would have?
I was thinking about like kids that grow like carrots in the fields.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's stick with that.
Yeah.
Like a Fisher Price hoe. It's like it's not doing anything.
And we're just like, aw, look at that.
Yeah.
Hey, when I see little kids with like Fisher Price McDonald's sets, that's kind of a kid farmer.
Yeah, pretty much. Or like a kid cook where they're like making hamburgers in
Yeah,
their
that
their
too.
Fisher Price kitchen, you know?
Kind of love Fisher Price.
What would Whoopi Goldberg have to say
You're
about it?
reminiscing, huh?
Whoopi?
Is she still alive?
Yeah.
Good Lord, how dare you?
How dare you,
Sister
dude?
Act 3, pre-production.
Oh yeah, they're making that, huh?
Are
No,
they?
good Lord. no.
I thought they were.
I love Sister Act.
Well, she's in the new Star Trek apparently.
Oh, that's is that good?
Well, there's a show called Picard, which is like basically the end of Star Trek in a dark way. He's like,
Wasn't it Whoopi who said when they on The View when they were talking about Ukraine versus Russia,
What'd she say?
and she was like, "Isn't that just like whites against whites?"
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right.
The Nazi. No, she said that with the Nazi.
The Holocaust stuff. She was like, it wasn't even that bad.
Oh, that wasn't. Oh, that was for the Holocaust.
Yeah.
That's even worse.
Oh, yeah, that's what she said. That's what she said.
Yeah, it was something about like it's not as bad as slavery because that was just white people dying.
Why is everyone so mad about the Holocaust?
God.
That's what she said.
Like Jerry Seinfeld, she said.
yeah.
What's the deal?
that's what Jerry said too.
Oh, what's
He
the
said, "What's the
deal?
deal with it?"
And that got an applause break
Yeah.
at his show.
Well, and then it got.
Oh, jeez.
That sounds wild.
Joe, what's your take on Ukraine and Russia? Whose team are you on?
Yeah. Who you rooting for?
5 seconds to decide.
We can cut it if you want.
I'm team America.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day,
Oh, America. It's that new type of America.
so, you know, the Game of Thrones, right?
Yes.
So sometimes countries have to do something to stay on top of the game. And then, like, when you see these plays being played out, you're like, oh, but you know where it's happening. You know, to be a leader of a world, you have to do a lot of dirt. And then I see what's happening, and I go, oh, but then this is so I can live like this and play with my games.
Yeah.
You know,
So you don't want to be a player hater, really.
You can't hate the player.
I can't judge where I'm reaping the benefits of being the most richest, powerful country.
That's fair.
You know
Because
what
we
I
are
mean?
reaping
Like,
some benefits.
yeah,
We're not giving anything back.
But that's why we say down with capitalism and stuff.
Yeah.
We're on that board.
Well, on our iPhones, right? Yeah. So it's to me, I just feel hypocritical.
Yeah.
I have to fight capitalism on my
The
iPhone.
revolution.
No choice.
There's nowhere else to fight it.
Do you think that there's any merit to this summons that they're giving him?
Nope.
No. I think it's like when they say like Saddam, turn yourself in. And he's like, yeah, okay, fuck you.
Saddam.
But they did do that. If you remember, couple days before the Iraq War, they're like, Saddam, turn yourself in, okay, piece of shit. Come out with your hands up and fucking turn yourself in. And he's like, yeah, dude, I'm coming to turn myself in right now.
Dude, sounds flexible.
Yeah,
I didn't even know he was so funny.
I saw
No,
Saddam
he did all that
do
on
this.
tape. You can see it.
I wonder if anyone actually does. Like, if they told some dictator, you know, in some little country, the warlord was like, all right,
Like Coney.
I will do it.
Like would Coney do it?
That's how they actually got it.
Probably the president of Sri Lanka would do that shit. Some little pussy like that.
Oh, Mazda
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds like a good song.
Sounds like a
salsa song.
sounds like an accordion player to me.
Jeez.
Yeah, little pussy.
Literal instrument. All right.
He's like, oh, I am coming out, but my hands cannot be up. I am playing the accordion. And it's like, okay, we got this son of a bitch dead to rights. Take him out with a sniper, please.
Just shoot him.
I'm playing the accordion.